Hello students, today I shall discuss about the chemical bonding. You know that every system in the world wants to become stable, so is the case of atomic system also. Now questions, what is chemical bond? Definition, the linkage that stand for the force which actually holds the atom together within the molecules. Now you know bond means force. The atoms combine together to form molecules, okay, and that one stable. Some atoms are, that is unique, that means inert gas, only atom, because there are outermost orbit 8 electrons, so that to form the octet they are stable. But other elements except inert gas, these elements combine together to form molecules and stable. Now types of chemical bond, there are 3 types of chemical bond: electrovalent bond, covalent bond and coordinate bond. Now what is electrovalent bond? Actually, you know, the electrovalent bond takes place between the metal and non-metal. Here what is electrovalent bond? The transfer of or more electrons, the transfer of one or more electrons from one atom to the other to form an electrovalent bond. You know that electrovalent bond only takes place of the metal and non-metal. Always remember that one. Electrovalent bond is formed between the metal and non-metal. Now I shall explain with the example. Sodium chloride, potassium chloride, magnesium chloride and calcium oxide. Sodium is a metal and chlorine is a non-metal. Potassium metal, chlorine non-metal, magnesium metal, chlorine non-metal, calcium metal, oxygen non-metal. So here how they transfer the electrons, see. The sodium chloride, the eating salt, the common salt, that one you can say this is table salt. This is the sodium, outermost orbit 1 electron, transferred to the chlorine. And chlorine outermost orbit 7 electron, except that one. Transfer the electrons and to make the bond. There is a sodium is a metal and chlorine is a non-metal, and make the chemical, that is the electrovalent compound. This is the sodium chloride. By dot diagram you can see that one. The magnesium chloride, magnesium valency 2, chlorine 1, dot diagram see. Here magnesium transfer 1 electron to chlorine and again 1 electron given to the another chlorine. So make the magnesium chloride, one type salt. Electrovalent compound or the ionic compound dissolve in water to form the positive charged ion. It is called cation and anion. Because you know metal are donate the electrons, they are cation. Chlorine, magnesium also cation, calcium also cation. They donate the electrons. Sodium 1 electron donate, magnesium 2 electron donate, calcium 2 electron donates. They all are cation. Anion, that chlorine, oxygen, there is anion because they receive the electrons. The sodium chloride, when they make the bond, that time strong electrostatic force of attraction apply here, so they make the bond. Calcium oxide also strong electrostatic force apply here, because this is the positive charge ion, this is the negative charge ion. The electrostatic force is very strong here, so make the chemical bond. It is called also electrovalent bond. Okay, now condition for the formation of the electrovalent bond: the low ionization energy of the electropositive atoms. Because low ionization for energy, that means outermost orbit the electron released, and non-metal element is the except. Here all are metal, that means outermost orbit the electron is there, the atomic structure is very large, because they donate the electron, because low ionization energy is required. Otherwise the electron cannot transfer and cannot make the bond. High electron affinity of the electronegative ion atom, that means the chlorine or the oxygen, they should be high electron affinity because they accept the electrons. The electron affinity of this atom is the tendency to form the anion, and higher of the value of the electron affinity of the electronegative atoms. Okay, now greater than will be the tendency to form the atom, this anion. Chlorine and oxygen, they receive the 2 electrons, chlorine 1 electrons. Now physical properties of the electrovalent compound. Nature. Electrovalent compound are the generally solid or crystals. Boiling point and melting point of the electrovalent bond is very high. A large amount of the heat energy required to break the electrovalent force of attraction. Electrical conductivity, they are the good conduction for the electricity in the molten state of the aqueous solution. All our electrovalent compound are good conductivity because one is metal, other is non-metal. Thank you very much.